The free and democratic nations who uphold doctrines of universal human rights rooted in universal human dignity must struggle and struggle successfully against this emerging axis of revisionist, imperialist, authoritarian powers. We must struggle for the rule of law and for the greater recognition of universal human rights against these powers and principalities for whom the exercise of raw power requires no moral justification. Mr. Speaker, this is the new Cold War. The string of events that we see around the world are not random, unrelated occurrences. They are not simply a collection of bad coincidences. They are rather the result of strategic cooperation among nations who want a different future for the world than the free and democratic future that we desire for our children and grandchildren. Struggling successfully in this new Cold War requires us to invest in our military, to build up our munitions production capacity, to support people who are fighting for their own freedom around the world, to decisively isolate terrorist organizations, to stand with our allies, and to strategically engage the swing states of the 21st century global conflict through strengthening trade and other forms of partnership with the Global South. We must do these things, and we must do them persistently over time. Lifting the new Iron Curtain will require a renewed iron will. In these challenging times, I believe we can prevail, but I do not believe that we will prevail necessarily. We will prevail if and only if we make the smart decisions that are required to defend our security interests and our way of life. Fancy socks, photo ops, and cuts to our military are not going to help us in the midst of this new Cold War. Serious times require serious leaders. Our country needs true statesmanship. It needs a will to confront hard truths in the pursuit of a more just, human, and democratic victory.